Hello and welcome to section 3.8, which is on slopes of parallel and perpendicular lines. A couple things that we need to remember when doing this is that parallel lines will have the same slope because they will never cross. They have to be running at the same angle. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocals for their slopes. For example, if one had a slope of 1/3, the other one would have to have a slope of -3 or -3/1, same thing. That would be opposite reciprocals. Then you would know that they are perpendicular when you graph them. So I just have a few examples here that we're going to go through. My first one is a line contains points A, which is 2, 7, and B, which is 3, -1. Another line contains points C, which is -2, 6, and D, which is 8, 7. And they just want to know, are the lines perpendicular? So to be able to figure that out, I have to figure out what the slope of both of them are. So as we learned previously, I am going to take my y's minus each other, so -y minus 7, and put that over the top of 3 minus 2. I'm doing these two first, and so plus a negative, it'd be a -8 over 3 minus 2 is 1, so the slope of that one is -8, and then I need to make sure that these two, I have to check the slope there, so 7 minus 6 and 8 minus a minus 2, which becomes plus a plus. So 7 minus 6 is 1 and 8 plus 2 is 10, not even close. 1/10 is not the opposite reciprocal of -8, so it is not perpendicular, not parallel either, because they'd have to be the same. What is an equation of the line that is parallel to y equals -x minus 7 that contains points -5, 3? So if we go back to our previous knowledge and remember the fact that we can use the point slope form for this because I have one point and I know the slope, because it's saying parallel, it's the same slope as right here. What's in front of the x is always the slope. It's a -1. So my slope for this one would be -1 also. So my y minus my point, which is 3, my y equals, and I can just put, I'll have to put a -1 there. I can't just put a negative. And then in parentheses x, and my x is a -5, so I'm going to have to go plus 5. So there is my equation. Y minus 3 equals -1 times x plus 5. One more for you. What is an equation of the line that is perpendicular to y equals -3x minus 5 that contains point -3, 7? Again, I'm going to use point slope form because they give me one point and I should be able to figure out the slope from this slope. So what I had just went over a little bit ago was that perpendicular slopes are opposite reciprocals, and so if this slope is -3, 1 right here, then the opposite reciprocal would be 1/3, and it'd be positive. So I'm going to plug that in. Y minus my y, which is right here, 7, equals my slope of 1/3 times x, and then my x is a -3, so it would have to be plus 3 for my equation. So y minus 7 equals 1/3 times x plus 3 in parentheses. So we're just going to be doing more with the two forms of the slope equations, and then also throwing in the fact that parallel slopes will be equal to each other and perpendicular slopes will be opposite reciprocals, and we will talk more about it the next time I see you. Have a good night.